FYZ4K here. Welcome back to another one. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use Adobe Lightroom. Now this is a basic of basic videos where I'm going to be showing you what Adobe Lightroom is all about and how to use some key features to edit your pictures and do some cool little tricks. So sit tight, relax, and let's get into it. Okay, so we got Adobe Lightroom Classic launched, and the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the version that I'm using. If you guys are using something older, you may not see the features that I'm seeing. So this is Adobe Photoshop Lightroom Classic 9.2. So I'm just going to close that up. Now quickly over here you'll notice we are on the library tab. Okay, there's quite a few tabs at the top of your library: develop, map, book, slideshow, print, web. And what you want to do is you want to import. So we'll go into the file and we'll say import photos and videos. Okay, and now you'll be able to browse. Okay, now I've actually selected the folder that I'm going to be bringing the pictures from. Now the good thing with Adobe Lightroom is that you can bring in multiple images, hundreds of images I should say, in comparison to Adobe Photoshop where you import a picture at a time, work on a picture at a time, and then export a picture at a time. Whereas this is batch. Okay, you batch import, you batch edit, and you batch export. Once you've actually selected the folder, all these 6 pictures you'll notice have a check mark. That means they're all active and they'll be all imported. Right at the bottom, the right hand corner here, you have an import button. We'll click import. You'll have a little message here at the main screen saying that it's importing files, and at the top left corner you'll see a little timeline of what's happening, and we got the pictures here. So next thing we want to do is we want to click develop at the top right. Once you click develop at the top right, you'll notice now the picture takes up the whole screen. So these are the 6 pictures that we'll be working with today. And what we can do is we can actually hide this top menu area over here by clicking the arrow, which will allow the picture to look or to expand a bit more, to fill up more of the screen so we can see more detail. On the left side, we have user presets that I have pretty much created that I'll show you in this video on how to create. And then we have some presets that come with the actual Lightroom over here. So you got some color presets, you got some creative presets, and some black and whites. You can also take a look at the sharpening and vignettes, grain, curves options available as well. Now on the right side, you got your histogram. Over here at the top, you have your crop tools, the spot removal, you have red eye reduction or correction, you have a gradient filter, you have a radial filter, and you have an adjustment brush. Okay, so first thing first, we are going to do a quick little edit on this picture. If I just zoom in here, right, we see some blemishes that we can correct or remove. So we're going to go into the spot remover, okay, and you get the size, feather, opacity. Now this looks pretty big, so let's just reduce the size quickly, like that. And if I just click on it once, it'll automatically pick up an area where it thinks it would be suitable to pick up from or to clone from, and we'll hit done at the bottom right corner here to see how that worked. I think that worked out amazing. So I'm going to go ahead quickly and just remove the other spots. So I'm just going to keep it to these right now. We can go really into this, but I'm going to leave some looking a bit natural here. And I'm going to hit done. So that looks pretty good. I think it did a really good job. I just want to mention to you guys that if it picked up from an area that you weren't really happy with, you can drag the area that it cloned from, because this is like a smart cloning tool. So it uses some kind of programming to figure out where the skin matches best, but at times it doesn't do 100% of the job, so you can still drag and pull some areas from other parts of the skin that would work out best. Fantastic. Okay, so that is how you do the spot remover or spot removal, which in other words is a clone tool. That looks beautiful. So you can see how clean and crisp that picture looks and how the skin looks fantastic now. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually fix the color, contrast, brightness, all that good stuff. And it's quite easy in Adobe Lightroom compared to Photoshop because you just have everything right here on the right side. Okay, so that looks pretty good over there. Again, this picture turned out really nice already. It wasn't underexposed or overexposed, so there wasn't much correcting that I needed to do. I like playing with the highlights because the highlights, if it's on normal, looks really, really white and bright. And at times there's a lot of, like, I guess, harsh lighting on the face. So when you kill the highlights, you're removing that harsh lighting on the face. I like playing around with the shadows a bit because when the shadows are normal, everything kind of looks really dark, but as you increase the shadows, what ends up happening is you bring out a lot of highlights on the face, which look really nice as well. So those are my usual go-tos to make a picture look really pretty and nice. You can actually brighten up the eyes. I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, so if you take the brush tool and let's change the size real quick to something like that, and I'm just going to color in one of the eyes here. Okay. And you can actually sharpen the eye. You can give the eye a little more exposure if you wanted to brighten it up. Give it more of like a cat eye look. And if you hit done, you can see how that looks in comparison to that. It looks a little artificial if you were to ask me, but I just wanted to show you guys how you could really play around with things and make things look very different. So again, you can sharpen the eye. You can change the exposure a bit. And you can always move this if you find that it's not in the right spot. Okay, you can always go back and change things a little bit if it looks a little too bright. Hit done. Wow. Guys, take a look at how these eyes just pop now. Now, we can do a lot of other little things here. Like you can actually sharpen the picture as a whole. So just to the lips here, and we can actually sharpen that. Wow, look at that. From nothing to something right over there. So now the whole picture has been sharpened. And that looks fantastic. I really like that. Now the vignetting, I'm just going to show you that real quick. So you can give it like a little soft haze on the side. Or you can give it like a darker haze on the side. So this is vignetting if you guys don't know what vignetting is. And maybe we'll give it a bit of more of a vibrance, the whole picture. So the yellows pop, the greens pop. I'm going to just give it go by increments over here. Gorgeous. I love that. Now I'm going to show you guys what this picture looks like before and after. Now this is another option I wanted to show you guys real quick here. So if you go down to the bottom under the picture, you'll see the YY. Click the YY, you'll get to see what the before and after looks like. Now I think this looks amazing. So there's quite a few different before and after settings that you can look at. Look at that. That splits the picture in half. You got the up and down, splitting the picture up and down. Nice, really, really nice. Okay, and then to go back to the whole picture, you would just select the last icon here or the last little image here on the left. And that will bring it back. And now what I'm going to show you is how to create a preset. So I love what I did with this picture. Let's say this was just perfect and bang on. What we're going to do now is we are going to go to the preset area over here. Okay. I'm going to just expand my user section here. And I am going to hit the plus tool. As soon as I hit the plus tool over here, what ends up happening is I get this little drop down menu and I get to create presets. So I'm going to just give this preset a name, call it tutorial 1, because we'll have many more tutorials to come. And we'll call it basics. All right. So here we're going to choose a certain few things. We're going to make sure that the treatment is selected, white balance, all the basic tones are selected, everything that you see here. Okay. All of these are selected here. I'm not going to choose the lens correction, the transform, or the effects, and hit create. Now, in the list of crazy stuff that I got going on here, you'll notice that I have my tutorial 1 basic already available now at the bottom. So now if I click the second picture here, all right, I can go back to tutorial 1 basics and click that. And whatever I've done in the first picture is now on the second one. So again, the picture was pretty darn good as it is. The colors pop out a bit more. The greens pop out, you know, it's a brighter picture. Now, another way of going about and applying the same effect to all the rest of the pictures is, let's say you didn't create a preset. You don't have the time, or for whatever reason, I don't know. What you could do also is, if you right click the picture that has the effect, you go into develop settings and you click on copy settings. Once you click copy settings, it's going to ask that, is this everything you want to copy? We'll also select brush and we'll say yes. We'll hit copy. We'll go on to the next picture over here and we will right click this picture, go back into develop settings and say paste settings. Wow. Okay. There you go. And now this picture, we actually saw more of a difference compared to the previous picture. Now we'll just take a quick before and after shot. Look at the difference, guys. Look at the difference. I love the way that the eyes also look over here. Look at that. All right. Again, you can go ahead. Now it doesn't copy the cloning or the spot remover type of effect, or spot removal effect. So again, you can just go in here and, you know, remove some of these that you don't want. Okay. And we can hit done, see how it turned out. Look at that. Wow. Just look at that picture. I love it. I should actually show my wife these pictures. Develop, paste. Okay. Develop, paste. I actually really like working in this mode, to be quite honest, because you can see a lot more and you can see the before and afters. All right, and paste. So this is the power of Adobe Lightroom. So finally, what we can do now is export all these pictures. So hitting a quick Command A selects them all. Then what you want to do is go to File and you want to hit Export. I like to call it edited, and we're going to just choose that destination quickly. Well, I'm going to just point out a few things here. The format that you want to save it in. So you have quite a few different options here. I'm going to choose JPEG, and then you can also choose the quality. And we click on export. Once it starts exporting here, you'll notice at the top left corner that it's doing its thing over here. Okay. Doesn't take too long, depending on the amount of pictures you're exporting, and we're done. That's it. So that is how you import a batch, edit a batch of pictures, clone, copy develop settings, and then finally export. All right, so that is the Adobe Lightroom tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. These were the basics of basics that I wanted to show you guys today. Just something for you guys to get a little familiar with, so you know how to use this software and you can start editing your pictures. So if you guys enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up and stay tuned for other videos. Please remember to smash that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Hit the bell notification so you are aware of the next upload, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.